You hear the term a lot when people talking about the law of attraction. And people say, well, if you just think about something, it's going to come to you. It doesn't really just work like that. The law of attraction, before you can really grasp the law of attraction, we got to understand this. We're talking about universal laws. Universal laws transcend your race, your religion, all of the belief systems you have, all of the constructs that we deal with in society. Universal laws supersede that, right? These are scientific laws that we're talking about. So when we're talking about attraction, the laws of attraction, we're talking about whatever you think, you start to attract. But what you're saying is whatever you get in alignment with when you get in alignment with your thoughts, things will come together. It becomes magnetic. But when we're talking about the attraction, you have to understand, first we're talking about vibrations. Vibrations and frequencies. Everything that you see, everything around you, everything is vibrating. Everything is moving, right? So you have to grasp that. You have to grasp that nothing is solid. We look at our body and we say, well, we're made what? Solid, liquid, and gas. But you're really not solid. If I was to take a microscope and put it to your hand, your pores, you will see holes. And if you get an even more powerful microscope, you'll see the atoms and everything is separate. You appear to your eye that you're solid, but you're really not solid. This chair appears to be solid, but it's really not solid. Everything is vibration. Everything is vibration. Everything is vibrating. Why? Everything is energy. There's nothing that you see that's not energy. So everything is energy and everything is in movement. Everything is in motion. We live in an ocean of motion. Everything's moving. It's just some things are vibrating so fast to your eye, they appear to be solid. Now, what does that have to do with attraction? So think about it like this on this level. Everything is vibrating, right? And because everything is vibrating, there's different frequencies. So if you make $50,000 a year on a monetary aspect, that's the frequency that you stay on, right? So if you've been making $50,000 a year for the past 5 years, you're literally stuck on the vibrational frequency of $50,000. The people that are on $1 million, they're on a different frequency in the money aspect, right? So now you begin to look at money different because you think money is in motion, everything is in motion. All you have to do is change your frequency, right? How do we change our frequency? How do you get on a different frequency? With your thought, your consciousness. You become aware of things. So if I said, guess what? You make $50,000, do you know such and such is paying $100,000 a year if you put in the application, right? So I introduced a thought to you. What was the thought? You can go apply for this job and you can make $100,000. So now you accept that thought, right? And then you say, well, I'm gonna put in the application. What's happening to you? You're starting to shift to a different frequency because you want to move from the 50 frequency. You want to raise the frequency, get on another frequency to the 100,000, right? So you gotta adjust and get on that frequency. How do you get on that frequency? In this case, you put in the application, you get the interview, the job interview. Because you accept the thought, you form the image in your mind of, wow, I'm gonna make $100,000. Why do you want the 100,000? I'm gonna get the new house, right? I'm gonna get that new car. So now what happens? You start to feel different. Everything is moving in vibrations, right? Emotion, that's your vibrations, your feelings, right? That's your conscious awareness of your vibration. So you think, I'm going to feel good once I'm making $100,000, right? You literally start to feel it and shake like, wow, I'm gonna be able to do everything, right? So now what's happening is you're moving on another frequency because everything you're thinking is on that $100,000 frequency, right? Because you can see it. You see yourself in the suits, the clothes, the cars, the house, the girls, the guys, whatever it is you want. So now what happens? Now we're dealing with attraction. You have the thought and you focus on that thought, your vibrations start to go towards that thought. So you start to attract the things that will get you to the frequency. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this is all you think about. This is what you look at. There's ways you get there to manifest getting to that frequency. And it starts with vision, concentration, meditation. Those are 3 ways that you help manifest, right? But they all have ION: meditation, concentration, visualization. That means what? That implies action. That's not just saying you can just say, oh, I want $1 million and sit down. No, the ION implies action. It's motion. It's movement, right? You see what I'm saying? Action, right? So you have to have action. You have to have movement, but it starts with your conscious thought, being aware of where you want to go. So you got to raise your vibrations. Once you know what you want, guess what? The right people are just going to start coming into your life to get you to that point. Now, you might not get that job at the 100,000, but because you got a vision of you making the 100,000 and things you're going to have and how you're going to feel as you get it, you're caught in the feeling. So they might say, well, we ain't hiring, but guess what? A week later, somebody calls and says, yeah, we're looking for somebody in your area and we paying this amount of money. You're like, dang, that just happened to me? No, it didn't just happen. You are on that, you raise your vibrational level and got on another frequency. So you start to attract things, whatever you want. Biblically speaking, the Bible says, well, as a man thinketh, so shall he be. Whatever you think about, you become. Whatever you truly think about. And so I like to add truly, because people just say, well, if I just think it, I'm going to get it. No. What you really believe about it, if you really believe it, if you believe it for yourself, then you will attract it. So on a minute level, that's a better understanding of the law of attraction. It deals with vibration. It deals with understanding that everything is energy and everything is moving. And so whatever you want, you have to get on the vibrational frequency of whatever you want. Whether it's the car you want, whether it's the money you want, whether it's the man or woman you want, everything has a frequency. Get on that frequency and you can get what you want. But you got to know what you want before you can attract it.